Assalamu alaikum. So we are continuing the Ideal Muslim series. So we're in chapter 1. And the second point that the author makes, very easy, very straightforward, is that a true Muslim is obedient to the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Meaning what? When I've established this sense of belief in Allah, I trust Allah, I know Allah is the one and true God, and I know that, He's watching me and everything that, all the stuff we discussed in the first video, that means that whatever He asks of me, I do. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told me pray 5 times a day, I'm not going to sit here and argue and say, well, Allah knows what's in my heart and Allah knows what's in my brain. Allah asked you to pray 5 times a day, you pray 5 times a day. So there is this sense of respect in Allah's authority and trust in Allah's decisions and what He's asked of you. So when Allah asks something of you or tells you to do something, you just do it. A lot of times people are like, well, I want to know the benefits behind every single little thing. And alhamdulillah, as we've gone through life, science has progressed, and a lot of, mashallah, the things that we do as Muslims have actually been proven scientifically to be beneficial for you as a human being, biologically, psychologically, physically, whatever. However, there are going to be some things that you are asked or that you are told that you may not necessarily know the reason for. You might not have a true explanation for. But because I trust Allah, and I know that Allah would not prescribe something for me that isn't good for me. Like when Allah tells me this is haram, when Allah tells me this is forbidden. Why can't we eat pork? Why can't we eat pork? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't eat it. I trust Allah chose what's good for me because I trust that He wouldn't make it haram if it was good for me. And He would make it halal if it was good for me. And when Allah tells me this is halal, this is allowed, or Allah tells me this is encouraged, I know it's good for me. Because I trust that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking care of me because He loves me, because He watches out for me, because He's my creator, He wants what's good for me. That is the mindset of a Muslim. So I don't sit here and overly argue. It doesn't mean that you don't ask questions. Of course, it's important to ask questions. It's important to ask for clarification. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala encourages us to be knowledgeable, not just in deen, by the way, but in the world around us, to pursue sciences, to pursue education, to understand the world and to become well-rounded individuals and to travel and to see the world. This is all encouraged in Islam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala isn't saying, oh, I want you to be ignorant and just do what I tell you. No, you have to be educated. You have to be elevated. That's part of being a good Muslim. But at the same time, there are going to be parts of the deen that you're expected to leverage your faith. And you're expected to say, okay, because Allah asked this of me, I know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves me and I know He's taking care of me. I'm going to do what He asks. So unfortunately, this is something that I think we as Muslims might struggle with it today because people are like, well, I want to know the logic. I want to know the rationale behind everything. What we should look at it as is the way we should look at it, is that there probably is a rationale and a logic behind it, but we might not know it yet. Maybe 20, 50 years down the line, someone's going to discover it, just like they've discovered, the benefits of salah on the body and on the mind, or the benefits of eating dates when you're pregnant, or whatever. There's so many different scientific things that have come. Maybe it'll come later. Maybe it won't come in your lifetime. But I trust that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a reason behind everything. That's how I need to approach it. So a true believer follows the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and understands that it's my job to be obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that I accept that and I fully trust it and I accept it and do it happily, inshallah. So that is the second part of chapter 1. Inshallah, we'll talk about more in the next one.